Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is Sat TV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Mark Regole of LeoSat. Mark, first time we've spoken on Sat TV. Tell me a little bit about what LeoSat is trying to achieve.
Gladly, thanks Richard. LeoSat is innovating in the satellite space in a way that we are targeting applications with a satellite-based solution which makes satellite relevant for enterprise-grade networks. So we are going to be the lowest latency, highest security, most ubiquitous optical network available on the planet.
Now, I understand you're talking to other operators. What are you talking to them about?
Well, being a young company and needing to raise $3.5 billion in the next few years to get the system up, we're talking to strategic investors, we're talking to financial investors, and obvious strategic investors are, or could be at least, FSS operators.
Now, being blunt, why would they be interested? They've got their own issues, they've got their own companies. Why would they be looking at LeoSat?
Well, going back to the point I made about making satellite relevant, or for the first time having a satellite system that's really good at pumping large amounts of data, very low latency, very securely from anywhere to anywhere on the planet, that is something that every FSS operator is interested in, because everybody realizes that geostationary satellites are fantastic for certain applications, but for helping CIOs or network managers of large corporations or government agencies get their systems and their data centers, their various locations, banks and so on connected, the geostationary solution, a VSAT solution, is simply not good enough because it's a trickle of capacity, it's highly expensive, and it's very low latency, very high latency rather. We're building the opposite, low latency, very good throughput levels. We're talking beams of 1.6 gigabits per second, that kind of stuff, and that gets CIOs and network managers, i.e. our future customers, very excited.
So give me some idea of what your future constellation is going to look like.
Okay. So a few innovations there. Think essentially the same type of satellite as O3b has, or Iridium Next. It's the same bus produced by Thales Alenia Space. And we'll have 78 of those in 6 planes, polar orbit. So we'll have 13 in each plane with one backup. And they're all going to be interlinked via free space optics. So it's an optical network in space, which means we can take data from London and pump it down in Tokyo without having to touch the third-party network at any point in time, which introduces the latency idea and which makes it highly, highly secure. So the types of applications we're going after are people who need large amounts of bandwidth that until now are not available on satellite, want to get it from one point to another point or multiple other points, very quickly and in a highly secure fashion.
So when do we think we will see LeoSat operational?
Okay. Well, young companies have plans and ambitions. Our current plan is to start launching satellites probably late 2019, and then depending on the launch cadence, we see an opportunity to probably go through the whole launch program by the end of the next year, possibly early 21.
Mark, thank you very much.